For the last 61 days, Bitcoin has been trading above $60,000 per coin, but things aren't looking too great right now, and there's been a lot of negative catalysts for the overall crypto market. And when we're looking at the overall crypto market right now, we can see that Bitcoin is trading just above $60,000 per coin at $60,310 per coin. Ethereum is down, has officially broken back below $3,000 per coin. And if you're looking at altcoins over the last 7 days, things aren't looking too good. Solana's down 21%, Toncoin's down 10%, Cardano's down 15%, Shiba Inu down around 20%. Very few tokens are in the green. If we're looking at Bitcoin, we could see that in terms of technicals, we are just above a very key support level for Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is trading just above this level right here, which we have drawn out in previous videos, and that is between the $57,500 and between the $60,500 per coin level. This is acted as a very crucial level of both support and resistance over the last few market cycles, and if we are to see Bitcoin break below this, it's very likely that we could start to test lower levels, like right around $52,500, $53,000 per coin. So on the daily charts, we need to see Bitcoin hold above this level, which is right around that $60,000 per coin. Otherwise, it's very likely that we're going to see a drop down even further. If you're looking at what goes on historically over the next couple of months, a lot of people have been saying, look, in Q2 of 2024, you probably should hold off on trading Bitcoin, hold off on using leverage, and maybe just sit out of the market entirely, because if you're looking at Bitcoin, you could see that in 2021 and 2022, we saw pretty substantial drops in April of that year. And then you went on to see the next 2 months also be in the red. So a lot of people are predicting that we're going to see much of what happened in 2021 and 2022 and see, Q2 of 2024 with April, May, and June all being in the red. That is what a lot of analysts are predicting, that we might see Q2 be pretty slow, trade pretty much sideways for Bitcoin, if not dropping, and that is going to be before we start seeing a big pickup towards the end of the year, in the second half of the year. So keep an eye out on that. But the reason why we've seen the market drop, I wanted to quickly interrupt today's video to bring you a word from our channel partner, BlackCardCoin. BlackCardCoin, symbol BCCoin, is the essential cryptocurrency you need to get your hands on for a black card, which offers a unique approach to spending and earning in the cryptocurrency space. The way it works is simple. The BCCoin token is your ticket to obtaining a black card. With this substantial portion of the supply reserved for user rewards, holding BCCoin tokens becomes increasingly beneficial over time as more and more people use this card. And the strategic distribution of BCCoin tokens ensures long-term viability and growth of the ecosystem. So the cool thing about the Black Card crypto credit card is that BlackCardCoin started in March of 2024. And they've already had a lot of success across a number of different spaces. Over 1,800 card holders, 1.1 million staked tokens, and close to 27 million volume. This is because the Black Card has a number of benefits that are completely unique and been attracting a number of people to its product. So one of them is that they have an unlimited crypto credit card. The Black Card is the centerpiece of their offering, enabling unlimited spending capabilities in both fiat and crypto. This feature is unmatched in the current market, and it provides unparalleled freedom and convenience to the users. The second feature is instant cash back. Users enjoy immediate benefits such as up to 10% cash back on purchases credited directly to their accounts, enhancing the user's purchasing power. Third is going to be global usability. The Black Card is accepted worldwide with no foreign transaction fees, embodying a truly borderless financial instrument. And the last is decentralized and non-custodial. So their platform ensures that users maintain complete control over their funds without interference from central authorities. So go ahead and use my link in the description to stake your BCCoin tokens. Enjoy instant 10% cash back on your purchases and use your Black Card globally without any transaction fees. Just visit BlackCardCoin.com to get started and secure your financial freedom with a card that works as hard as you do. Anyways, let's get back to the program. Over the last 24 hours, there's been a few main reasons, but first of which is that Hong Kong launched its first 6 spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. And a lot of people were expecting at least $100 million of inflows into these ETFs, but we only saw around $10 to $12 million of volume. And that is pretty terrible and was not at all what anyone was expecting. So local media had predicted that there was going to be $100 million at least in volume. Some people predict that there could be up to $1 billion in volume, because when you're looking at what happened in the US when the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs launched in January of 2024, we saw over $4.5 billion traded in that very first day when everything launched. So seeing just around 10, 11, $12 million in a single day for one of the largest countries in the entire world is really not good at all, and is showing that, you know what, maybe there isn't as much institutional demand coming out of these countries as people were originally anticipating. So that's why we have seen the market really drop. In addition to this, we've seen that BlackRock has had a bit of bad news for Bitcoin, because BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF daily inflow has been halted for 4 days in a row. So they had a 71-day streak where every single day since launch, we saw inflows into BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF. But since April 24th, there has not been a single day of inflows, and we've seen just no more new money coming into these spot Bitcoin ETF products. This could be because the market has been pretty stagnant. We haven't seen a lot of excitement, not a lot of new people talking about crypto, but also it could be that, you know, maybe that initial hype has started to wear off for institutions getting into these investment products. One thing that you could note for this is that a lot of analysts are saying, look, when looking at a spot Bitcoin ETF, there ultimately needs to be a big enough mismatch between supply and demand such that the market makers need to organize the creation or destruction of creation units. That was according to Apollo co-founder Thomas Faher. He said, it isn't unique for Bitcoin ETFs. This is how ETFs work in general. BlackRock's trend of positive flows has been an exception to this rule. We've seen 71 consistent days where there have been inflows into this product. So it's very much normal to see a period where there isn't new money coming in. It's basically just staying pretty much even. You know, some people buying, some people selling, but not more inflows coming into that product. It's not out of the ordinary to see, and that is something that you do need to know, because BlackRock seeing that many days in a row of inflows was completely abnormal. So now what we're seeing is more in line with what is traditional. Moving forward, let's talk a little bit about what's been going on with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's right above $60,000 per coin, just barely, and it's been above $60,000 per coin for the longest period in its entire history, with 61 consecutive days of Bitcoin being above $60,000 per coin. But we've seen a lot of liquidations in the last 24 hours, and if we go ahead and look on CoinGlass, we can go ahead and see, if you click on liquidations, we can see that over the last 24 hours, there's been a total of $321 million of liquidations. These have been primarily long positions. And because of this, a lot of people are expecting that we will see Bitcoin drop even further, because many people were not expecting Bitcoin to trade in the $50,000 per coin range like ever, if not anytime soon. And now that we're seeing a lot of these liquidations, we're seeing prices drop, it's very likely that we could see a further drop off with a large liquidation, pushing Bitcoin down to that $53,500 per coin level, which we talked about earlier in the video. Last few things I want to go over are going to be with the good news. If you're looking at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we are in the greed territory, and this is pretty good, because if you're looking at historical trends, every single time that Bitcoin drops below, gets out of that extreme greed territory, drops into greed and maybe even fear, those are great times to buy. Usually, historically, whenever you buy in extreme fear, you've been profitable. Whenever you sell in extreme greed, you've been profitable as well. So doing this analysis and looking at the market this way would project that we're very much going to see a correction pretty soon in the market, see a rally back towards that $70,000 per coin level, because we have been seeing a sell-off for quite a bit. And ever since right around March 1st, so it's almost 2 months now, we have just seen consistent drop-offs in sentiment for crypto. So again, that doesn't stay that way forever. You always see, there's always these periods of sell-offs followed by, more greed, more extreme greed. So this could be a good buying opportunity, as well as if we're looking at Bitcoin. The other major piece of good news is that we did see that Bitcoin processed 1.6 million confirmed payments in a single day, which was an all-time record high. That took place on April 23rd, and this was a pretty big milestone for Bitcoin because we had never seen it anywhere near that. A lot of people were saying, it was mainly due to the fact that Runes had seen, which is like an alternative to Bitcoin ordinals and the BRC-20 protocol, ultimately had seen a massive spike. It represented 81% of all Bitcoin transactions on that single day. But regardless of that, if you're looking at the entire history of Bitcoin, as you continue to see more token standards launch for Bitcoin, as you continue to see more attention, seeing that it's able to process millions of transactions in a single day is a bullish sign. You like to see that there's more activity on the network, more people are using Bitcoin as a form of payment, more people are just transacting on the Bitcoin network.